Hello, this is Tony Heller from RealClimateScience.com. Prime Minister Boris Johnson has weighed in on climate.
Whatever you think has been causing the fires in the Mediterranean, or the incredible temperatures in the United States, or the floods in East Asia, today's report by the International Panel on Climate Change could not be clearer. That human beings are causing potentially catastrophic climate change.
Boris has a very attractive haircut, but that's not what I want to talk about in this video. Let's go over what he said again. Whatever you think has been causing the incredible fires in the Mediterranean, or the incredible temperatures in the United States, or the floods in East Asia, today's report by the IPCC could not be clearer that human beings are causing potentially catastrophic climate change. Let's start by talking about heat in the United States. The percentage of the United States which has reached 35 degrees Celsius or 95 degrees Fahrenheit is at a record low this year. Only 53% of the United States has gotten that hot this year compared to 93% in 1931. The frequency of hot days in the United States has also plummeted since the 1930s, with recent years being among the coolest on record. The brown dots in this map show all the locations in the United States which have gotten above 100 degrees Fahrenheit this year, and the red dots show the same thing for 110 degrees. Most of the United States hasn't gotten very hot this year. There was a brief heat wave during June when the Pacific Northwest got some very hot temperatures. Now let's compare the heat of 2021 to 85 years ago in 1936. In 1936, almost the entire United States got above 100 degrees Fahrenheit, and about 1/3 of the country got above 110. A number of places in the Great Plains got above 120 degrees Fahrenheit. North Dakota got up to 121, South Dakota 120, and Oklahoma and Texas also got up to 120 degrees in 1936. During 1936, 21 states set their all-time temperature record, compared to this year when no states did. The United States was extremely hot during the 1930s when carbon dioxide levels were much lower. But now that carbon dioxide levels have increased, summer afternoon temperatures in the U.S. are much cooler. This year has had the least widespread heat on record in the United States, but 1931 had the most widespread heat. And also during this month in 1931, China was having the worst floods on record. About 4 million people died in the floods. 4 of the 5 deadliest floods on record occurred in China, and they all occurred more than 60 years ago. Boris says we're having record heat in the United States and record floods in Asia, but he has no clue what he's talking about. Let's take a look now at Mediterranean fires. 1931 had record heat in the United States, record floods in China, and also massive forest fires in Greece. 90 years ago, Greece was burning up, and the same story 105 years ago. In 1912, Greece was burning up. In 1902, Greece was burning up. In 1894, Greece was burning up. Margaret Thatcher was very smart, and she used global warming as a tactic against the coal mining unions. Eventually she recanted and came around and became a skeptic. But Margaret Thatcher was a scientist. Boris is just a puppet parroting propaganda. If you want to understand what's going on, all you have to do is look at what Joe Biden's climate envoy is saying. John Kerry said, "The Great Reset will happen at greater speed and intensity than people might imagine." The current barrage of lies coming from the press and governments about climate is just one part of that equation. Theodore Dalrymple said, "The purpose of communist propaganda was not to persuade or convince, not to inform, but to humiliate, and therefore the less it corresponded to reality, the better." Toto has seen this coming for a very long time, which is why he's been so busy barking about it for the past 13 years. You can visit him, Kyrie, and Caesar on the web at realclimatescience.com.